Hi everyone, it's Derek from the I Ready podcast, and this is my reaction to the 1-0 win against Aberdeen today in the League Cup final, which means we've picked up the trophy for the 28th time in our history. Unbelievable. Wasn't the greatest of games, absolutely. It was a bit of a battle at times, but we were the only team in it. I mean, I think the stats turned out that Aberdeen had no shots on target. Aberdeen never came to win this game. They basically came to not lose the game and try and sneak something, maybe even in penalties or that. They were disgraceful today, but we certainly deserved it. We weren't our best, absolutely. As I said, it was a bit of a battle, a bit of a slog, but we were the only team in it. We were trying stuff and we got there and got the results in the end. I mean, just before we get into the game, 14 games he's had. He's topped the Europa League group, clawed back the league, won the first trophy of the season, instilled a new belief in the players and the fans for that matter. We're all aboard the Clement train, absolutely. Totally deserved from the manager there. We really have a manager on our hands now, because what he's done over a very short space of time is nothing short of incredible. Some of these players were down and out. Granted, we're not seeing the best of people so far, but for that turnaround to happen in such a short space of time is absolutely incredible, and we are going places with this man. But anyway, the game itself, we made 3 changes from the Betis game. Obviously, a few enforced ones there. I mean, that's the thing that you've got to remember. That was an energy-sapping game we had on Thursday night. Aberdeen played on Thursday as well, but they had an earlier kick-off and they were playing in Aberdeen, so they had no travel whatsoever. We had to go over to Spain with a gruelling later game as well with them, and we'll come home and we're done the business once again. But we lined up Butland, Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun, Barisic, Lundstrom, Sterling, Cantwell, Seema, McCausland and Dessers. On the subs bench we have McCrory, Ridvan, Suter, Lammers, Matondo, Dowell, Wright, Roof and King. So it was a very scrappy first half from both teams, not a lot of quality for either of us. We've shaded it in terms of forward play and possession, however losing the ball far too often, not putting their keeper under any pressure, and we're far too pedestrian with not a lot of movement in the team as well, which was really frustrating. Aberdeen were playing that low block. They came here, as I said, to basically not lose the game. It was difficult to break down. We needed to up the pace, and you've seen that a couple of times with Clement, telling the players just to move a wee bit more. First 5 minutes was played hectic from both teams, as you would expect. Then it slowed down. Aberdeen happy to sit back, let us have possession. On the 8th minute, there was a corner in from the right from Tavernier. The defender flicks it towards goal. It was just the wrong side of Dessers before it was cleared. 27th minute, there was a big gap between anything happening. Cantwell did pull the shirt of the Aberdeen player in our box when Aberdeen had the corner. Nothing was given for it. You've seen the replay. Yes, he did have a handful of his shirt, but where the player was in relation to the ball, people have said it doesn't play into it. Of course it does. The player was never anywhere near the ball in the first place there. But at the same time, it was really silly from Cantwell when everything's getting watched there. Did we get away with one there? I would say no, because of where the position of the ball was and where the player was. But you've seen it all online already that people are clearly claiming that should have been a penalty. 30th minute, Cantwell to Seema in the box, who had his back to goal. Seema spins and had a shot. There was no pace in it, but it forced the keeper into a save. 40th minute, we had the ball in the back of the net from McCausland. However, the whistle had already blown for a foul on the Aberdeen player in the box. I'm not even sure if it was a foul. It was great first time. It was on the volley as well from McCausland, a great finish. Whether it was a foul, I'm not too sure. 47th minute, it was nice from Cantwell on the left, gets to the touchline, cuts it back, looks up, puts a great cross into the middle that finds McCausland's head. However, he was too underneath it and he heads it over the bar. That was probably the best chance we had, other than the McCausland one where he put it in the back of the net there. So not a great deal between the sides at that stage. We were certainly the better team. Aberdeen doing nothing. The referee having a bit of a stinker, arguably for both teams. There was a few things he maybe let off that should have been, but certainly Shinnie got away with murder a good few times, and he never even got booked till much later on in the game. So he was walking a tightrope, but referee let him away with it. Towards the end of the half as well, there was a bit of coming together with a couple of players, and it ended up John Lundstrom and the Aberdeen player getting yellow cards for ultimately nothing. It was a bit of a handbags thing. The referee doing what he normally does is just pick 2 players and give them both yellow cards to try and calm the situation. That was Lundstrom walking a tightrope from then, but it never let him phase him because he was brilliant in the second half. It was just poor refereeing there. Into the second half though, Much better from us. Aberdeen done really nothing, and we were by far the better team. Again, not putting their keeper under a great deal of pressure, but we were working hard. We were by far the better team, well on top. 47th minute was a bad foul on Goldson by Sockler, who had already picked up a booking. The ref had to be looking at it. It was a bad foul. Very lenient ref once again, and never gave him another booking. 50th minute, Lundstrom with a shot on the right from distance, but it was wide of the left post. 54th minute, Aberdeen on the left, gets a cross in, skips across our goal. Aberdeen's first real chance of the game. All it needed was a touch. One of their players actually even backed out of it. If he had just slid in, it was a certain goal, so a bit of a let off that one there. 58th minute, some great forward play with McCausland driving the ball inwards from the right. A 1-2 with Dessers. McCausland gets the ball into the box, slides in trying to shoot, but the defender slides in and puts it out for the corner. 61st minute, Dessers robs the defender on the left side, drives into the box. He jinks left, he jinks right. It was becoming a move very reminiscent of his goal the other night. He gets a shot off, but the keeper saves with his shoulder. I'm not even sure the keeper knew much about that one there, to be honest. 64th minute, Tavernier with a free kick from 25 yards forces the keeper into a dive and saving out for the corner. 65th minute, Aberdeen making changes. They had a shot a minute later from distance, but it was well off target. 68th minute, Barisic with a free kick on the left, forcing the keeper into a save out for the corner. It looked as if it was going out anyway, but it was taking no chances from the keeper. 69th minute, the corner wasn't dealt with. It was into the centre, out to wide, played back into the middle, and Balogun with a shot in the box. It was well over the bar. Aberdeen making another change in the 70th minute. Tavernier with a shot from distance, well over the bar in the 74th minute. We make our first change of the game. McCausland off and right on in that same 74th minute. There was a shot from right outside the box just a minute later, hits off the sliding in defender's legs, off the shoulder of the defender. No penalty given because it was off his shoulder. And then on the 76th minute, our captain does it again and he makes it 1-0. It was a throw in from the left from Barisic, a 1-2 with Barisic then goes down the left, he steps over to beat the defender, he puts a great cross in, Dessers misses the header, it falls to Tavernier who has a poor first touch, but he hits it on the half volley, nicks off the defender and into the back of the net. Brilliant all round. Aberdeen make another change in the 80th minute. We make another change on the 81st minute. Cantwell and Dessers off, Lammers and Roof on. 82nd minute, Aberdeen claims for a penalty as Duke goes down. It was a dive for me, borderline booking. 83rd minute, Duke was fouled this time going down the left. It was a jersey pull, nothing given. We were actually given the goal kick for it. We kind of got away with that one there. 87th minute, an unbelievable piece of play by Sima. He tracks back about 20 yards to do Borna Barisic's job, who was struggling at this point. He gets the ball, he beats the player, he gets past him and then was fouled. Absolutely stunning from Sima. I mean, this guy has been running about tracking back for 87 minutes and then he does this again. It shows you Borna in a poor light ultimately, but Sima there was absolutely amazing. 90th minute, 6 minutes injury time. No idea where that came from again. 93rd minute, Aberdeen with a free kick on the edge of the box on the left. Their keeper comes up, punched away by Butland, and their keeper comes right through Butland and a foul was given. And on the 96th minute, the corner in from Aberdeen, Duke at the near post. He kind of fell down, it was then smothered by Butland and it ends up in a rugby scrum. The game boils over at this point. There was pushes, there was a long VAR check, nothing given apart from an extra minute. The referee completely bottled that there. There was a lot of... There was handbags, there was suggestions of a motion towards the head by the Aberdeen player as well. To not give anything to anybody was just a bit suspect. The worst thing though was that this was about 20 seconds left to go, yet he gave an extra minute for that. Baffling refereeing once again, but that's how it ended up. We win the cup, absolute bedlam, unbelievable scenes, just... incredible. What a week that's been. I mean, Celtic losing twice for us to claw back points. Well, hopefully if we win our games in hand, you know, getting top in the group in that historic win in Seville the other night, and then to round this week off with the cup win as well. Just, this is what dreams are made of in terms of being supporters. You cannot ask for a better week than that. You know, great celebrations. As the manager said, you know, we'll celebrate tonight, but tomorrow we're back into it because we've got another important game. The first of our two games in hand against St Johnstone on Wednesday night. That's going to be another massive game. We'll see how it goes because we know how Levine likes to set up his teams, especially against bigger teams as well. So it's going to be a tough one. That enjoy tonight though, because that's what being a Rangers supporter is all about, is winning. It's great to have this trophy back in our cabinet once again. The first of many under this management, I hope. So, Dave and I, I'm not too sure when we'll be back for our main podcast, but certainly Dave will have stories to tell because he was actually at that game today. I mean, Dave is lucky that way. I mean, not only would he fall into a river and come out with 2 salmon, he would come out with a whole batch of caviar as well. But that's a story for another day. We'll see you later. Enjoy the night. Certainly I will. Thanks for listening and goodbye.